Our mission at Rosie's House is to provide for under-resourced, economically disadvantaged families and to provide a place, an after-school place, where their children can come and receive free music instruction. We really use music as a method for changing the trajectory of a child's life. Music is our platform, and what we develop on it are life skills and character development and cognitive development for the young people that we work with. Rosie's House was founded in 1996, so we are celebrating 25 years, and over the years there's been a huge amount of transition and change. We started in a little house. Rosie herself purchased the home and worked with community members to make it a safe place for neighborhood children to come after school. And from that beginning and that very noble mission of working with under-resourced children, we have grown. So fast forward to today, 25 years later, we have been in a total of 4 different locations. We've grown from serving about 40 students in our first year to now serving 500 students every week and providing over 25,000 free music lessons to the community. And in addition, we've had the opportunity to perform and to really be part of the fabric of the arts community in Phoenix. And the partnership with Trinity has helped us achieve that goal significantly.
When I first went to Trinity in 1995, I thought I was going to be there just a few months, but in about 3 months, we decided that it was a wonderful relationship. And I began to think about the future. And I thought, here's the thing. We have this wonderful community, this grand building, a fabulous musician, and a heart to serve. And so the 3 pillars we're going to build to rebuild this cathedral and come back into the city of Phoenix as a presence. Beautiful worship, the arts, and service in the world. So the arts became part of the story of Trinity. And in that, we were also about the restoration and reclamation of our neighborhood and our beautiful cathedral space. And as we were doing those projects that ended up being Roosevelt Square, and also restoration in Trinity Cathedral and restoration of the Bishop's House, I was at a party and was introduced to Anne and Tom Gale. We started talking about the church, about the cathedral, about music, about the wonder that was this revisioning our city. And in that, she said, I have somebody I want you to meet. A few weeks later, I found myself at dinner with Rosie and Woody and Anne and Tom and Alan Dupuy. And Rosie shared the vision of Christmas House. This was a moment that made us absolutely glow with excitement. We knew that we could do something to help Rosie. And so that's when that story begins.
So I was in college, in between Mesa Community College and Arizona State University, and I was studying saxophone and jazz at the time, and my teacher approached me and asked me if I wanted to teach saxophone lessons, and I thought, yeah, that sounds great. And so he connected me with Ms. Judy Conrad and Rosie Schertz, and Judy hired me to teach saxophone lessons at the Little House off of Van Buren and 17th Avenue. And when I arrived there, it was a beautiful place. It was at a time when it was undesirable to live in downtown Phoenix. But the house that Rosie and her husband Woody had renovated was a beacon in the neighborhood. It was so beautiful with a garden in the front and the back, and the lessons were for the kids in the neighborhood and those who could come over, and it was a wonderful place and a wonderful time, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
We were under construction, and so we let Rosie's House use our parish hall, our classroom, Godly Play classroom, And when it was not under construction, the cathedral space, some of the children got to play the beautiful Busendorf piano, and all of the children got to perform in the cathedral. And by that time, we were so heavily invested in seeing that Rosie was going to see her dream come true and that we could move out of the small house. The San Pablo campus became available. And Bishop Shahan, who had been my boss for a number of years, was willing to let us take San Pablo and do a little polishing, clean it up, and get it ready for the children of Rosie's house. And so that was, I think, the space that was very significant.
Rosie's house has been connected to Trinity Cathedral basically since the beginning. It's been an amazing relationship built on friendships, built on synchronicity, built on shared values. Our founder, Rosie, really was the glue that tied Rosie's house to Trinity Cathedral through relationships with Ann Gale and others there within the congregation. And so because of those friendships, we partnered in a variety of ways. I think the most significant was the opportunity for Rosie's house. Well, there's two important things. The opportunity for Rosie's house students to perform in a space that was just so professional, so profoundly beautiful, and acoustically fantastic. That opportunity to perform gave our students an understanding of what they could achieve, and that there was really nothing stopping them from sounding amazing on an amazing stage. So the performances at Trinity Cathedral were a huge part of our program. And the second really significant partnership with Trinity was the opportunity for Rosie's house to activate the San Pablo mission. And that was our second home. It was the home we went to after we grew out of the little house that we were founded in. And it was amazing. Because of that move to the mission, we were able to serve close to 200 students, which was a real growth for Rosie's house and such an important part of what we were trying to accomplish at that time.
We started there at the little house, and then we transitioned in support by Trinity Cathedral into the mission off of 7th Avenue and Buckeye, around that area. That was a beautiful building as well, and much needed at that time as we were growing, and it was tough to continue the lessons in the little house. And that building really served all the needs that we had at that time with the sanctuary and the cafeteria and the other rooms that were available for administration and lessons. It really, really helped out a lot, and we really grew a lot at that time too, so it was a really nice place.
Well, I think our mission has always been around flourishing, and that we are called to flourish. And part of that is through the arts. It is the way that we are most expressive. And as we began to align the cathedral's mission to be a place of beauty and a place of service, that aligned beautifully with both creating an opportunity for children to experience the joy and beauty both of music but also of beautiful space. Wonderful acoustics, amazing instruments, and the thrill of performing for others.
Rosie's House is a really, really special program because we are about access to high quality music education, and the entire opportunity at Rosie's House for the families is free. From of course, the classes to the musical instruments, they are loaned, and we have a food program, we have college prep classes for our seniors, all of the different ways that the kids are participating in the things that they're getting in their growth and their youth development, it's all free. And I think that's what sets Rosie's House apart from other programs, not just in the Phoenix area, but even nationally, that through such gracious donors and the grants programs that were able to support us, we are able to provide this program at no cost for the students and the families.
Rosie's House alumni are twice as likely as their peer group to go to college. So in the past 5 years, we've had 96% of our graduating seniors go on to college. Most of them are not studying music, and that's really not what we're about. We're really about kids going forward, going to college, and having the opportunity to further their careers in life. But the ones that are studying music, it's fantastic because of what they are bringing in terms of diversity and a different perspective to the field of music education. So we are super proud of our alumni. We've taught over 10,000 Phoenix students over the years, and we just can't wait to teach more.
The students are, of course, the best part about Rosie's House. The program is really great because we serve kids from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. And since Rosie's House is in its 25th year and been around a long time, we've had several generations of kids come through the program. I think that's the best part, is seeing the kids who started off in choir as a little, first grader and going all the way through, staying a part of the program, doing different areas, participating in different areas, and then growing and graduating from Rosie's House and going on. Several of my saxophone students who I taught, they're all adults now, and they have families, and they're Rosie's House alumni, and it's great to see them as adults and how mature they are and how Rosie's House was a special part of their life and helped them achieve success in the things that they're in and got them to where they are today.
After 25 years of beautiful partnerships where we shared space with organizations like Trinity Cathedral, Centennial United Methodist Church, we are finally in our own permanent home. It's been quite a journey to come to this place and to have our own permanent home. The community has supported our efforts all along the way, when we were a baby organization, grassroots, to where we are today, which is an organization that has grown up and has had the opportunity to raise funds and secure our permanent home in Central Phoenix. Phoenix, being downtown Phoenix, has always been important to Rosie's House. We are really a Phoenix-based organization, and that's reflected in our programming, it's reflected in who we partner with, and our values of being a local asset to this community. So we are thrilled to be in Central Phoenix at our permanent home, partnering with youth development organizations, arts organizations, and other community organizations that are working to move this community forward.
Yeah, Rosie's House, we are always so grateful for people telling families about this opportunity. Again, Rosie's House's greatest benefit is a family sharing word of mouth, and we want as many families to know about this opportunity as possible. So Trinity can help us in continuing to spread the word about Rosie's House to the different areas, not just in Central Phoenix, but the different areas of Phoenix metro area. And we are always open to receiving donations. That is, we couldn't do it without donors, and we are open to receiving donations, not just monetarily, but instruments as well. We have an incredible bank of assets that we use to support our programs. The instruments are a vital part of what we do here.
It is so important for kids to have the opportunity to play music. Our alumni, many of them who talk so fondly about the opportunity that they had to perform at Trinity Cathedral, I mean, that's one of the memories they always talk about. Our alumni credit the experience of music education for building up their character, teaching them confidence, dedication, how to stick with something that's hard, and they really credit their success to the experience that they had at Rosie's House. So if I could plead and ask for one thing, it would be to advocate for music education in schools, in community, everywhere, because it is such a powerful tool for personal transformation.
Well, I think it's one of our greatest joys that we were part of helping Rosie, even helping her let go of Christmas House and allow us to name this after the founder. And I'll never forget the conversation of talking her into having the willingness to share her name because we knew that that name would speak to all these children. And so it is Rosie's house.